It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight.
My ball here. My ball.
Capital One Arena in our nation's capital. Tonight, the Washington Wizards taking on the Sacramento Kings. Nothing going here on that drive. The Kings now with 4 to shoot. Irving lets it fly from beyond the arc, and he can't get it to go down. It's no good. Here's Rubio up top, looking to make something happen. Through 3, his first effort off the mark. Ginobili with it. He'll run the offense. Goes to the right side. Kyrie. Wide open look, won't go.
It didn't hurt him this time, but defensively, you got to prevent him from even catching the ball to begin with.
Josh Jackson to Rubio. Nothing going here on that drive. Trying to cash in. Ricky Rubio. Missed his first. That one goes.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Here's Irving into the front court. Down 2. 4-3. Off the mark. No good. Leonard to Rubio. Here comes the screen. Rubio here against Ginobili. Baseline drive. Won't go. Kyrie with the rock to Valanciunas. Probing the defense. Going to launch beyond the arc. Off the mark. Rubio into the front court. Lead is 2. To Leonard. Driving right to the basket. Right down Broadway for the 2. Defender has to pick him up.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
To Griffin. That pass stolen by the Wizards. Josh Jackson above the rim on that. Gotta love the rim rockers.
Gotta be careful, though. Don't hang on the rim too long. You might get a tee.
Irving into the front court. Down 6. Valanciunas to Carter. Scores from the post.
Just remember an old saying here. You're only as good as your last shot, and your last shot went in. So it's time to get going.
Kawhi Leonard matched up with Ginobili. To Rubio. Screen coming. Rubio. Off the iron. No good. The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving.
Defense, let's go.
Kyrie Irving. First couple didn't go. That one is true. Simply put, when the ball's in Kyrie Irving's hands, magic could happen.
It's poetry in motion, and it's a situation in which the ball is attached to his body. He has it on a yo-yo. He can put the ball and dangle the ball out there for other people to think they have a chance, and in their mind they do, but in Kyrie's mind, the game is over.
Leonard gets a look, can't hit.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Screen coming. Irving gets it in the left corner. To Irving. Five on the shot clock for Sacramento. Can't connect. Here's Rubio into the front court. 2-point advantage. Blake Griffin!
Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Okay, they're lucky they get the ball back. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Matthews. Rubio picked up by Teague. The Wizards with 4 to shoot. Fires the 3. Offensive rebound. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. It's the Kings now with the ball.
Right.
Probing the defense. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Leonard. Message received. Well defended. Ginobili with it. They trail by 2. Griffin. And he finishes at the rim.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Leonard. To Rubio. Here comes the screen. Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. 2 of 4 now.
That was a tough shot. The guy was in your pocket. He even contested the shot. Everything was going according to plan until then.
Kings have the basketball. Here comes the screen. Down low for Griffin. Able to convert inside.
Had a difficult first quarter. Couldn't really find his rhythm, but you got 3 more left to play.
Here's Rubio up top. 10-all is our score. To Leonard. Here comes the screen. Leonard. Another chance. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Teague with it up top. It's 12-10. To Valanciunas. Down to Griffin. Oh, look out. Blake Griffin. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
The defense is doing such a good job of denying him the ball and really getting in his pocket. But he got that one to go.
Straight on 3. At the buzzer. That'll do it for the first quarter. It's all even at the end of this quarter. Very even first quarter, tied at 12 to start the second, and it's underway. To Allen Crabbe. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. Kawhi Leonard. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field. It's Sacramento ball. Teague goes to the left side. To Teague. Aaron Baines pins it.
Just incredible timing on that swap.
The screen sets him up for 2.
Oh, don't see the read. Be the read.
Here's Leonard for 2. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Bread and butter. And there are few that can do it better off the screen.
Teague with the basketball. Down just a couple. Can't connect from in close. Clarkson to Leonard. Has a look. Kawhi Leonard. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Teague to Redick. Lets it fly from long range, and it's Leonard there to clear the rebound. The pass taken away by the Kings. Griffin to Redick. Down low for Griffin. Wizards pull down the board. Clarkson with the basketball. Leads 4. Kawhi Leonard guarded by Jeff Teague. To Clarkson. Beyond the arc for 3. Jordan Clarkson hounded. Shot off the mark. To Kyle Anderson. Wizards have it. Clarkson to Leonard. Great feed. Sets it up. Aaron Baines powers it through. Now a whistle, and it's going to be a timeout for Sacramento as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Changes coming from both sides right now. Kyrie Irving lines it up for two. He's looking for that touch.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Kyrie across the timeline. Now down 6. Nothing going here on that drive. Irving to Griffin. The shot almost. Nothing going here on that drive. Short jumper off the mark.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Irving to Griffin. Redick. That's off the side of the rim, short.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Redick to Irving. Gets it in the right corner. Anderson to Redick. Oh, he had him there for a second. Kyrie Irving. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make. Jay, you've known Kyrie Irving since he was a young man growing up in New Jersey. He's overcome a lot of obstacles, chief among them staying healthy and on the floor.
Yeah, Ed, he's been battling injuries since his freshman year of college, but the beautiful thing about Kyrie Irving is that he always loves the big stage. Making the game-winning shot in Game 7, he will continue to do so when he surrounds himself with great, inspiring leaders with the likes of such Kobe Bryant.
Now a whistle. It's going to be a timeout for Sacramento as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Irving to Carter. Down to Griffin. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
Washington basketball to Leonard. Serge Ibaka slams it down.
You never want to leave anything to chance when you attack the rim. You finish strong every time you head home.
Into the front court, it's Irving. He'll run the offense. Here comes the screen. To Carter. Wizards come up with it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Young to Ibaka. The pass stolen by Sacramento. Knocked loose. Picked up by the Wizards. And look out. Big finish at the rim.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
To Carter. Irving to Carter. Irving. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Josh Jackson above the rim on that.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Kyrie Irving controlling the offense.
Screen coming your way. Screen coming your way.
To Griffin. Oh, look out. Blake Griffin. He's now 4 for 6.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Kawhi Leonard matched up with Ginobili. Here comes the screen. Leonard. And he buries it.
What a smart play, and Ed, with barely no traditional low-post players left in the game, you have 10 players on the perimeter. When you have a guy who's able to utilize his step back, that helps get shots over people with length.
This day and age, very rarely is there a bad shot from the perimeter. Deep three at the buzzer. Hits it. And the foul. And a chance now at a 4-point play.
The most important part for the offensive player is to create space. If you can create space, you can find your rhythm, and that's what we saw.
Blake Griffin with a chance at a 4-point play. For his career, 68%. Got it. Time expires to end the first half. The Wizards out in front.
I'm Jalen Rose, and this is your EA Sports Halftime Report. The Wizards are up after 2 quarters. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. These are the guys getting buckets for the Washington Wizards. The Kings were in need of a bit more scoring if they wanted the halftime lead. They've got the break to figure some things out. And trust me, they've got a few things to figure out. Still, it's not like they're totally out of this game. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Sacramento Kings.
Game track. Second chance points.
The Washington Wizards are making the most of their second chance opportunities in today's contest. Their constant hustle has really paid off for them.
Player of the half.
Kawhi Leonard did a great job of reading the defense and exploiting the opportunities where he can make the most damage. He's definitely feeling it. And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
To Rubio. finish at the rim. Good luck keeping up with that.
Did you see that jump? It was as quick as a pogo stick.
Irving brings the ball up court. To Griffin. Vince Carter. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
This is where I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Kawhi Leonard here against Ginobili. To Young. Jonas Valanciunas snatching it out of the air.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Five to shoot for Washington. Rubio. And it's Carter with the rebound. To Irving. To Valanciunas. Irving. To Valanciunas. Deep left corner. Irving buries it on the catch and shoot.
We love to break this game down analytically. We even love to break it down more psychologically. But sometimes it's just about settling into the game. Seemed like in the first half things were rushed. Now we finally see them have their composure and their poise.
Kawhi Leonard. Shot won't go. Thaddeus Young. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Irving to Griffin. Irving to Carter. Knocked loose. Wizards come up with it. They've recovered it. To Leonard. And he buries it.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Nothing going here on that drive. Irving. From long range. He was all over him.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Wide open look won't go. The follow won't go either. Irving with the basketball. His guys trail by 10. And draws the foul.
And as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
First try at the line, no good. Second one goes. It's a 1 of 2 trip.
I got him. Here we go.
Here's Leonard for 2. Deep 2 there, won't go. Sacramento ball. Irving. Thaddeus Young rejects it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Rubio. He missed his first 4 from downtown. He finally gets a 3 to go.
I'm going to tell you what every shooter thinks after he misses 4 in a row. One has to go in eventually.
Irving to Valanciunas. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The result, he's going to the line.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Rubio into the front court. Lead stands at 10. To Leonard. Rubio to Leonard. Not that time. Here's Irving into the front court. They find themselves down 10. Reset here. Let's see what they do. Kyrie Irving for 2. Kyrie Irving now 4 for 9.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Here's Rubio into the front court. It's an 8-point lead. To Matthews. The pass set it all up.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Irving gets it in the right corner. To Irving. Goes to the left side. Anderson to Irving. Here's a chance from long range, and Kyrie Irving took the defense for a ride. Tough three-pointer.
It just seems like everybody's getting more touches. I'm not saying who, but it seemed like the ball stopped in a certain player's hands, which forced the defense to become stagnant.
Yes, when this guy's open, look out. Nearly automatic.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
Here comes the screen. Deep right corner. Reddick to Irving. Spins and scores.
Too much sauce.
Wizards with the basketball. Rubio. Well, they forced Rubio to beat them, and he does. The Spaniard knocks it down.
Well, that change is inevitable. And one of the things that continues to fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are square to the basket. That's no longer the case in today's game. These guys are off balance, they're moving different ways, yet they still have extreme shot-making ability.
Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Serge Ibaka at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 76% from the line. And hits the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2. Irving into the front court. The deficit now up to 12. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Kawhi Leonard knocks it down off the step back. They'll let one fly from half court. 3 quarters down, the Wizards way out in front. The Kings have the basketball as we begin the 4th quarter. And I think the best way to describe where they stand right now is they're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. That means get 3 stops in a row. Each game is a game within the game. You get 3 stops in a row, and then another 3 stops in a row, you're right back in this ballgame.
Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
Here comes the screen. Matthews to Leonard. Fires the 3. That's good D. Shot no good. Kyrie with the rock. Can't miss those. Here's Rubio up top. His team leads it by 10. Leonard. To Matthews. Yes, Wesley Matthews. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
To Irving. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
How about right after the dunk, he looks right over towards the bench, gets a call from the coach about what defense they're in, and then gets his team set. Those are people that are able to lead men.
Here comes the screen. Rubio to Leonard. To Matthews. Yes, Wesley Matthews. Very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3. The Kings will use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in this 4th quarter. New blood coming in for both sides. Knocked loose. Picked up by the Wizards. Leonard to Rubio. Zaza Pachulia with the block.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Anderson to Redick. Wizards come up with it. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
Anderson to Teague. The Kings now with 4 to shoot. Serge Ibaka sends it away.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
From the outside, no good.
See, I don't like that shot right there. Pass the ball, get the defense moving, maybe set a hard screen, roll to the rim, see the ball go in a couple of times before you settle for a mid-range jumper that's contested.
Teague with it up top. Down a bundle to Redick. Nothing going here on that drive. Shot from in close, no good. Rubio into the front court. He'll run the offense. Leonard to Ibaka. Oh, he had it.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
To Kyle Anderson. Redick to Teague. Here comes the screen. Teague to Redick. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, short.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Missed it. They weren't going to give that to him. Now a steal by Washington.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Now a whistle, and it's going to be a timeout for Sacramento as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter. Dave Yeager going to switch some things around, bring on new personnel. Irving to Carter.
Screen left coming, screen left coming, screen left.
Valanciunas to Irving.
Right.
2 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
5 on the shot clock for Sacramento. Kyrie. And Jackson able to grab the rebound.
The game is won in the details. The team who has the most attention to the minutia is a team that wins the ball game. And from the beginning of this game, this team has been mentally engaged. I know the season's a long year, but when you come mentally engaged and you have attention to detail,
It is. We are off and running. Cleveland controls the tap. To Harden. Here comes the screen. Harden matched up with the former Wildcat. From the painted area, won't go down. Russell into the front court. He'll run the offense. Here comes the screen. Russell sizing up Draymond Green. Rudy Gay to Stevenson. Trying to cash in. Can't connect. To Marcus Smart. To Green. Two-point shot for James Harden. To Stevenson. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
It's so difficult to block a guy like that with that kind of athleticism and length. Your timing almost has to be perfect, but pretty much there's no stopping him when he's around the rim.
To Marcus Smart. The screen sets him up for two.
The pro game has really come down to PNRs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
Celtics have it. Nothing going here on that drive. Russell to Stevenson. Not that time.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
To Harden. Here comes the screen. Cavs with 4 to shoot. Harden. James Harden. Missed his first. That one goes. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
Ball in possession of Cleveland. Harden lobs it up. And it's Green, 4-2.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Russell with it up top. Down 5. To Stevenson. Towns. To Rudy Gay. The drive right to the basket. Russell down low. Towns. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
I mean, with so much talk these days about three-point shooting and the spacing on the court and having versatile athletic wings, sometimes when you have a dominant big man, you keep giving him the ball. You let him be that anomaly.
Here comes the screen. To Mo Bamba. Mo Bamba powers it through.
It's so difficult to block a guy like that with that kind of athleticism and length. Your timing almost has to be perfect, but pretty much there's no stopping him when he's around the rim.
Here comes the screen. and he'll head to the line.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
And he connects on the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws. Cavs at the controls. Oh, he had it. To Russell. To Towns. Karl Anthony Towns. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
Old school equals high percentage.
To Green. Here comes the screen. To Lee. Karl Anthony Towns with a piece. Going the other way. To Russell. Young to Russell. And counted at the rim.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Prince guarded by Towns. Going to launch beyond the arc. It's no good. Shot's not going down. Young to Towns. Down low. Missed a wide open look. Karl Anthony Towns rejects it. Looking to push. Boston with the basketball. Surveys the floor to Towns. Popped out.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Pick up.
To Green.
1 minute left in the first quarter.
Lee. And a putback slam.
Ed, it's pretty amazing how athletic bigs can be when it comes to getting an easy 2 points, huh?
Russell into the front court. Less than a minute to go in a tightly played first quarter. Karl Anthony Towns sends it away. That's his third block this evening. Young with the basketball. They can go 2 for 1 if they hurry. To Towns. Draymond knocked it away.
Oh! Some fans should take that ball home as a gift.
That's a souvenir. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Jackson. To Towns. Karl Anthony Towns. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
For 3. And knocks it down.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
Reggie Jackson rocks the rim. Deep 3 at the buzzer. That's it for the first quarter. It's all even at the end of this quarter. 14-all's our score after one. Let's do it here in the second quarter. Celtics have it. Jackson to Towns. Reggie Jackson. He's 2 for 2 now.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
And he's going to the free throw line.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Knocks down the first. No good on the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. To Jackson. Has a chance? Not that time. Parker. He throws it down.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Ball's controlled by Boston. To Reggie Jackson. Here comes the screen. Reggie Jackson. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
To Parker. Draymond Green, guarded by Towns. 5 to shoot. Great feed. Finishing inside the paint on that one. Play is stopped. Timeout Boston as they'll talk things over in a 1-point basketball game. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Jackson. Gordon. Harden's on him. To Jackson. To Rudy Gay. Has a look. Exclamation point. Willie Cauley-Stein with the slam.
Ed, I bet you can't say his name 3 times fast.
That's William Cauley-Stein, my
I said
friend.
fast, Ed, fast.
Barton. To Mo Bamba. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Gordon with it. Down by 1. Powell against Rudy Gay. Off the assist.
Contact on the drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Harden to Will Barton. Trying to cash in. Gets a look. Can't hit.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Now pass taken away by Cleveland. Barton. A pass taken away by the Celtics.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Taking advantage of the turnover. Now a whistle, and Cleveland is going to use a timeout as they'll discuss matters in what's now a 3-point game. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. To Mo Bamba. Able to convert inside.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Celtics have it. Russell to Bagley. Probing the defense to Rudy Gay. Towns. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
To Green. Parker to Mo Bamba. And a pass stolen by Boston. Knocked loose. Cavs come away with it. Green to Lee.
Screen coming right. Screen coming.
To Green. Parker. Off the mark. Rudy Gay to Towns. That pass stolen by the Cavs.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Russell with it up top. Leads 4. They get it down for Towns. Karl Anthony Towns. Now the defense has to adjust. He's 4 for 4 to start this one.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Here comes the screen. Has a chance. Deep 2 there. Won't go. Russell into the front court. Up 6. To Bagley. Rudy Gay. Defense making the ball handler work. To Towns. Draymond Green snatching it out of the air. A lot of contact. No whistle. To Parker. Jabari Parker rocking the rim. Timeout Boston as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Time for some new personnel into the game. Russell to Stevenson. Russell down to Cauley Stein. To Stevenson. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Courtney Lee, defended by Towns. Rises for the slam.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Yes, D'Angelo Russell. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot. That misses with a second to go. That's it. First half has come to an end. The Celtics have the lead.
Thanks, fellas. Jalen here with your halftime report. The Celtics entered the locker room with a comfortable lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Boston Celtics. The Cavaliers were unable to find an offensive floor in the opening half, and someone needs to step up offensively if they plan to win this game. Not a single player has gotten into double digits yet. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Game track. Bench points.
The Cleveland Cavaliers are getting enough bench production in this contest. Their reserves need to step up and start making an impact in this game.
Player of the half.
Karl Anthony Towns. And his court IQ were on display as he delivered the ball, putting his teammates in a position to score the basketball. His timing was impeccable.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in that first half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
Tight game through the first 2 quarters as we resume play here in the third. Boston with the basketball. Russell to Bagley. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Scores from the post.
And when plays like that happen with multiple players touching the ball, the basketball gods will 100% reward you.
To Bagley. From the painted area, won't go down. Parker into the front court. The deficit is 6. Count it. No and 1. There was some contact there.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
To Bagley. No good. Oh, it looked like he may have gotten him there.
What happened is he didn't balance himself off the defender. He didn't initiate contact. He allowed the contact to initiate him. We could break that down later in the broadcast, but that's why he missed that easy chippy.
Knocked loose. Celtics have it. Russell, defended by Draymond Green. Just off the mark.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
Celtics have it. Russell to Bagley. Shot from in close, no good. Lee with the basketball. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. To Mo Bamba. Five to shoot for Cleveland. Has a look. A shot, no good by Green. Rudy Gay to Russell.
Screen right, screen right, screen right.
To Bagley. Marvin Bagley with the slam.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Time to shuffle things up.
Number 13, James Harden.
Short jumper stays out.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
To Bagley. Stevenson. Nice pass to set things up. Trying to cash in. Yes, D'Angelo Russell. Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
Parker to Harden. Cavs with 4 to shoot. Harden, the jab step opens up space to knock down the jumper. Russell with it up top. They lead it. 4-point game. To Bagley. Shot from the lane won't go. To Harden. Karl Anthony Towns with the block. Fourth this contest.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Russell to Bagley. Rudy Gay. Down low Towns to Stevenson. Russell. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Russell to Stevenson. Rudy Gay. Boston with 4 to shoot. Knocked loose. Cavaliers get possession. Tough make through traffic.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Jackson to Stevenson. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. Prince defended by Nick Young. James Harden. 3 for 6 now.
It just seems like one of three things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a three. Pick your poison.
And a nice finish at the rim.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
James Harden at the controls. Screen coming. Probing the defense. Nothing going here on that drive. Harden. That's off the side of the rim. Short. Jackson with it. Looking to make something happen. Trying to take it all the way, but it's no good. Great defense there, forcing the pickup. Hand in his face, still hits. You don't see that very often.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Jackson to Bagley. Young. Love the hustle. Sprawl down on the deck. Martin into the front court. Shot clock off as they look to...
Whoa! Get that out of here!
Message sent, Jay. Barton on the drive, can't finish.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Long here from three-quarters court. Third quarter comes to an end with the Celtics in front. The Cavaliers start with the basketball here in the fourth quarter. We've got a one-possession game going on. This has the look of a race that's going down to the wire.
And it looked that way from the very beginning, but this is where the coaches and the best players on the floor really earn their money down the stretch. It's game time.
Ball's loose. Look at him on the deck. Good defense. He had nowhere to go. The result, jump ball. Now it's been scrappy. Let's see who can take the jump. Young into the front court. Two-point advantage. And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for two.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2. Cleveland has the basketball. Barton to Harden. Screen coming. Harden. Tough shot. He hits.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making a shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing.
Russell to Nick Young. Curling inside. Young on the drive, but his shot won't go.
Well, you can't finish with your right hand on the left side of the rim. You actually have to use your opposite hand. Steve Nash is one of the best at this. Different shots at different angles, high off the glass, expecting that there are trees down below with long wingspans that can block your shot.
James Harden. James Harden. With that, he's 5 for 9.
Man, if we were at Rucker Park right now, everybody would be wilding on the court. Guaranteed.
Nothing going here on that drive. Down the lane, but the shot won't fall. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Hey, look, pretty dudes can mix it up once in a while too, I guess.
Now the Cavs going to signal for timeout as they'll talk things over in a one-point basketball game.
The best basketball. And I know I'm saying this and I shouldn't be saying it because I'm calling the broadcast, but as a player and a fan, you know you tune in to the fourth. This is where guys earn their paychecks. This is where you see real fight and real hustle.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Subbing in for Cleveland, number 4.
Harden. Not that time. He misses. Ball's controlled by Boston. Young to Rudy Gay. Tried to slam it down, but it comes out. To Harden. Has a chance. Yes, it drops. A little drama on that one.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Changes coming from both sides right now. Stevenson. And the reward, he's going to the line.
Yes, I love this move. Send him to the line. Chances are probably good he doesn't make both. And you also stop the clock while getting another possession.
First one, count it. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Oh, bad pass, and the Celtics have it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in the playoff game, it will.
Knocks it down off the step back.
And while the ball was still in his hands, a sidestep throws a defender off. People aren't used to seeing that type of footwork.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Green. Got it.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Russell into the front court. Our score all even here in the fourth quarter. Drive on the baseline, but his shot stays out.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short on the shot.
Parker to the basket, but his shot misses. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old simple bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
To Bagley. Nice finish at the rim.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat five. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Harden, guarded by Towns. Lays it up and in.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Russell with it up top. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. Has a look. It goes down. Oh, he's feeling good. Maybe too good.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Baseline drop.
Oh, he sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Karl Anthony Towns able to recover with the block. Make that 7.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Harden into the front court. His group now down 2. And scores on the Euro step.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
Celtics have it. To Rudy Gay. Takes stock of the floor. Rudy Gay to Towns. Knocked loose. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Marcus Smart. It'll stay Celtic basketball. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
D'Lo reminds me so much of Sam Cassell. He's not the fastest guy, but he gets where he wants to go anytime. The word that is key for him, potential, potential, potential. Will he be able to accomplish his potential?
Green to Harden. Parker buries it on the catch and shoot.
They absolutely needed that. Great job by the offense to be poised and create a shot to pull ahead.
Russell into the front court. His guys now trailing by a point. Bagley to Russell. Off the assist.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Cavaliers with the basketball. To Harden. Driving right to the basket. Scores from the post.
You've heard it before. Slow and steady wins the race. This approach might be working out after all.
Now the Celtics going to use a timeout. They trail by 1. Who's it going to be as they get ready for the final shot? Russell gets it in the left corner. Stevenson to Russell. Towns to Stevenson. Knocked loose. Cavs have it. There's the whistle and an intentional foul. Just their first in the final 2 minutes, so no free throws yet. They'll take the ball out of bounds.
Good foul right there. You want to stop the clock.
The Cavs are victorious as they just squeak this one out by a point. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen.
The Cavaliers won this game after a close finish. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Celtics just couldn't close this one out. And even though they shot so well from the field, I bet they're only thinking about the shots they missed. This was a tough game to lose. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Boston Celtics.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
James Harden put up the kind of points that made him an easy choice for this award. He couldn't be stopped. And when he realized he was in the zone, he just took it to another level.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. These are the top 3 plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of Ed Coyne and Jay Williams, this is Jalen Rose signing off.